meron eh. Kasi may good and bad na influence, 'di ba? So,
Mm.
it's either to, yun nga, ano ba yun, inspire or to pang-illegal. Gano'n.
Kaya mo yan.
Make someone gumawa ng illegal. Yun lang.
Idol comes in many forms. It can be your older brother or sister, your parents, a celebrity or singer, an entertainer na you look up to. It could be your God. It could be the way you perceive the universe. Anything na magbibigay sa'yo ng direction.
If you want to influence anybody, please do good influence, not the other way around.
Parang admit to the mistake, take accountability. Kahit si client pa yung may mali. 'Di ba? Parang acknowledge, take accountability, tas provide solution pa rin. Para makapaghanap kayo ng path forward.
May mga decision making ako na sorry guys, ini-excel ko talaga. Like,
pros and cons list.
yes, pros and
Ay,
cons.
taray!
Oo.
Para sa mga
Tapos,
personal decision.
Parang kasi Ted Mosby.
You do not respect yung opinion ng elders just because they are elder. Stupid people get old too. Yun yung sabi niya. Yun yung verbatim. Sabi niya, stupid people get old too.
So, hi everyone. So, for this week, we're going to talk about the 48 laws, specifically laws 22 to 24. So, before we start the session, I'd like to ask you guys, what do you think about the word influence? Mga bigyan ko 10 seconds para mag-isip. Tapos magpaparuleta tayo.
Influence, it's the power to... Ang hirap nang hindi gagamitin yung word na influence ulit.
Yes, kaya nga
It's the power to drive other people's preferences and decisions.
Yan. Si Earl nagsimula. Earl, sino gusto mong piliin?
Siyempre. Wait lang. Sino ba nandito? Ay, gusto ko marinig muna si Chin. Chin, video on ka naman. So, ikaw naman. We want to hear it from you, Chin. Let's do it, be.
Dahil bago ka ngayon, yun ang first word mo for today.
Wait lang po. Influence. Wait lang, walang maisip.
Sige, sa iba muna. Si ano na lang
Sige,
muna.
sa iba muna.
Para makapag-isip muna sila.
Oo. Si ano na lang. Sino nag-imbita kay Chin? Si Elaine.
Si Elino.
Ayan tayo eh. Ano ba? Oo nga, no? Ang hirap, no? Siguro, influence or to influence is to, ano ba?
Hindi naman kailangan meaning. So, kung ano niya, ano pa sa isip mo pag narinig mo yung word na influence?
Siguro ewan ko ba? Paano ba? To make someone na,
Hindi
to
pala
inspire?
definition.
Siguro to inspire people or
Okay.
meron eh. Kasi may good and bad na influence, di ba? So, it's either to, yun nga, to, ano ba yun, inspire or to pang-illegal.
Kaya mo yan.
Make someone gumawa ng illegal. Yun lang. Yun lang, oo. Kasi
Sige,
may
last
good and
one.
bad influence. So.
Last one na lang. Sige, si Ying. Sorry, nasa baba ka ni Elaine.
Influence. For me, influence. Tama si Elaine, it can be good or bad. So, depende na kung sino yung influential sa life mo. That's why, find a better idol. Especially the influence in your everyday life. And you as well, if you want to influence anybody, please do good influence, not the other way around. So, ganun siya.
Babait niyo naman masyado sa pag-meaning ng influence.
Correct.
Pero yes, tama naman kayo
May ano
lahat.
may ano na ako dyan. Akala ko kasi i-define ko eh. Pero
Ay,
meron
oo
ng
naman.
word that comes to my mind when I
Okay.
hear about influence, which is nasabi rin ni Ying, kaya gusto ko lang i-voice out. Idol. Kasi idol comes in many forms. It can be your older brother or sister, your parents, a celebrity or singer, an entertainer na you look up to. It could be your God. It could be the way you perceive the universe. Anything na magbibigay sa'yo ng direction. Whether that be good or bad again is depending on kung ano yung idol mo. Kung ano yung nagbibigay sa'yo ng influence.
Yeah.
Ayun, yun naisip
Tama
ko,
naman.
idol.
Yan. Tama naman actually lahat ng sinabi nyo. So yun nga, according nga kay Gamma, influence is the art of guiding outcomes through strategic positioning and social intelligence. True power lies not what you can control directly, but how you shape, which is yung sabi nyo nga idol, shape circumstances to work in the favor over time. So kaya ako siya tinanong because Law 22 to 24, if you can remember na every time nag-discussion tayo, the laws are actually intercorrelated to each other and usually they are being grouped. So when I read this, and syempre with the help of ating magaling na chat GPT and Gamma, when you read laws 22 to 24, they are actually grouped together as the strategic influence trilogy. So to provide you an overview, this is laws 22 to 24. So law 22
Taray
talks
na nga.
about
Kaya
the
pala.
surrender tactic. O, di ba? Ang galing ko doon. The law 24 talks about concentrate your forces, while law 24 is about playing the perfect courtier. So these laws are grouped together for the purpose of having, creating strategic influence on how you can create discussions and how you can use it. And since we're talking about influence, as much as possible nga, for the positive yung gagawin natin. Alam ko naman tong si 48 Laws of Power ay medyo may kakaibang meaning. Pero for this, as much as possible, inano natin siya. I-define natin in a way that it will help you influence other people as well. So Law 22. So Law 22 talks about use the surrender tactic, transform weakness into power. So, Edge, total nandiyan ka. Pabasa nga nung yung Law 22.
Law 22. Use the surrender tactic, transform weakness into power. The counterintuitive power of yielding. When outmatched, strategic surrender creates opportunities that resistance cannot. By temporarily yielding, you preserve your resources while your opponent exhausts theirs. Appear non-threatening while gathering strength. Create false security of your adversaries. Buy valuable time to reposition. This is the martial art of power, using an opponent's momentum against them. Yung modern example, tech startups that pivot rather than compete directly with giants, only to dominate new markets they create.
So, bago tayo mag-discussion questions, para hindi kayo medyo mahirapan. So, Law 22 talks about the power of patience and appearance. So, parang itong sa bamboo, you seem to yield back. So, atras ka muna behind the scenes because you want to gain control. You're building something up. It's about talking about long-term advantages and not short-term. So, if we're going to talk about this, it's choosing, it's about choosing to lose the battle, but so you can win the war. Parang ganun siya. So, it's about patience and long-term strategizing. Meron ba sa inyo, guys, na have you ever had to, quote-unquote, surrender in either a professional or personal setting to gain something greater later? CJ, ikaw,
Wait lang. Isip ko kung ano eh. Have you ever had to surrender in a professional setting
Or personal. Hindi naman kailangan ano.
to gain something greater later? Siguro there was an instance wherein parang sobrang gusto ko ng promotion at work. Pero it's really something na naka-line up kami during that time. So marami kami na up for promotion pero parang maraming considerations. So I had to lay low muna because I know during that time na I won't be able to get it pa. And then, I just really focus on improving myself muna. Kahit gaano ko siya kagusto, I let others to get the promotion first. And then, after 2 years, siya ako nag-try ulit. So, doon, nakuha ko naman siya afterwards. And na-promote ako doon sa gusto kong position. Pero yun lang yung naiisip ko at this point. Parang I had to stop whatever, pushing it kasi hindi pa yun yung time. Then, tsaka lang ako ulit nag-gain or nag-strategize na i-aim yung promotion later on when the time is right.
Yan.
Hindi ko sure kung tama yun.
Tama siya actually. Tama siya. Kasi actually, yun din yung example ko. In the professional setup, natagal na ako sa work ko. And matagal na dapat ako for promotion. Pero, dahil maraming nakaharang, pero maraming nangyayari in between. So, I chose to surrender. Hindi naman dahil hindi ko kaya, pero maybe now is not the right time. Parang there is a perfect time kasi hinanda ko yung mga, in a way, yung parang nagdagdag ako ng knowledge, may mga ginawa kong mga additional trainings para ngayon parang lahat siya nag-align siya, yun parang the stars aligned. So yun kasi yung of the surrender tactic. Yun yung professional. For how about sa iba? May ma-share ba kayo dyan?
Ako, medyo professional setting din, pero medyo mas applicable sa setting natin. So, we always do this sa client pag may mga client escalations. So, ang rule of thumb kasi when there's client escalation is to de-escalate, di ba? So, to de-escalate is kailangan mo i-acknowledge yung concern ni client kung saan siya nanggagaling. Then, provide solution sa kanila. Parang admit to the mistake, take accountability. Kahit si client pa yung may mali, di ba? Parang acknowledge, take accountability, tas provide solution pa rin. Para makapaghanap kayo ng path forward. Kasi if i-insist mo lang na, hindi, client, mali ka eh. Kahit mali siya. Wala siya kasing benefit sa atin. Dahil if we will do it that way, ang tendency is we can lose the client. Diba?
Yeah.
So, sometimes it's better to be wrong than to be right. Parang ganon yung dating.
Yun nga yung kanina. You're losing the battle but not the war.
Nakatuwa tong 22 to 24. Actually, yung buong 48 Laws of Power, kung nabasa nyo rin yung Art of War, medyo para siyang digested version nun. Parang handbook siya.
Yeah.
Sa naman, office politics, I think it's very applicable. Yung kapag maganon ka, yung minsan kailangan mo i-stroke yung ego ng boss mo, ng manager mo. Para yung kunyari napagalitan ka or may pinupuna sa'yo when there's a micromanaging boss, yung minsan kailangan mo mag-yes para mag-proceed yung buhay nyo. Ganon.
Totoo.
Kasi otherwise, ma-i-stuck kasi kayo. So I'm not saying na don't call out your micromanaging boss. Pero sometimes, you have to parang side with them, yield to them. Kasi otherwise, mali talaga yun. I mean, mali talaga na nagma-micromanage. Pero kasi, especially if you're doing your tasks okay. Pero in some cases kasi, there are people that needs to be micromanaged. So, if you're not delivering, minsan kailangan mo rin siya tignan dun sa perspective ng manager. Bakit kami na micromanage? Meron ka bang late na output? Hindi ba maganda yung quality? If on time ka naman, the quality is good, pero micromanage ka pa rin, I think that's time to talk. Pero if your manager is micromanaging you, pero dahil yun sa absent ka, o kaya delayed yung mga output mo, I think ikaw yung may kailangan gawin para i-prove yung yung pagiging mong reliable to the team.
Yun.
So,
Tama
yun lang.
naman yun. Oo. May share pa ba kayo guys? Kasi yung mga ating mga
Gusto ko marinig si Ying. Ying, kailan ka nang surrender?
parang personal to.
Medyo,
As isang palaban,
Ayun
charas lang.
Oo
Hindi,
nga, kaya gusto ko
literally,
marinig si Ying kasi palaban si Ying eh.
Ako literally nagaling sa politics before ako umenter ng work from home.
Dati kang SK ganon or kagawad?
Hindi, actually both of my parents' sides are politicians.
Oh,
Yeah, like
hindi.
my father's
Okay.
side, lolo ko is the mayor of Cadiz, and my mom's side dito sa Bacolod. So,
Pahingi ng
Wow.
painasal.
flood control lang, chares. Ilang it's not surrender naman for me. It's more on humility. Like, syempre, yung father side ko, meron silang sinasayda na politics na ganito, dapat ito yung, hindi naman susundin, parang ito yung gagaya. Hindi ko ma-express sa Tagalog, actually. Parang side with
English.
them. Side with
Ilonggo.
them.
Ano yun?
Side with them because they know how to handle politics better. Syempre, kapag ikaw ay bata pa, parang pino-form ka na in a way. Parang ganon.
Mm.
So, me as a palaban, parang, okay, that's your choice. But growing up, sa utak ko, parang, why not this way? Parang ganon. So, like,
Okay.
to put it this way, parang they're not Marcos and Duterte, but this is the easiest way to explain for me. So,
Okay.
for example, yung father side ko, diehard Marcos, yung,
Okay.
so, syempre, parang
For example lang to,
ako.
for example lang sana.
Yeah, I would never, and we would never. So, parang, why not silipin natin si Duterte? Parang ganon. Then, you get to learn both sides. And then, you end up with more knowledge, more wisdom from the both sides. And then, you'll end up going with Lenny, di ba? Parang ganon siya. Parang humility lang. Just learn and learn and learn from both sides. And then, get to pick your own. Kasi at the end of the day, it's for the better of everybody. I don't know if that makes sense.
Okay. Parang ang na-capture ko kay Ying is when you were in politics with them, meron na kasi silang parang status quo on how they
Yes,
operate.
parang standard. Yes.
Parang may
Oo.
napilian na silang kampihan.
Mm,
So, you're trying to question it.
yeah, kasi palaban ka tayo.
Pero that makes sense. Kasi hindi naman, may nakita nga akong TikTok na you do not respect yung opinion ng elders just because they are elder.
Correct,
Kasi-
correct.
Stupid people get old too. Yun yung sabi niya. Yun yung verbatim. Sabi niya, stupid people get old too. So, yung mga susunga-sungan yung kaklase or kaibigan, tatanda din sila. So, and it doesn't make their opinions better kapag tumanda
Yes.
sila. And that made sense to me.
Yun.
Ayun lang.
Yun. So, tama
Yun lang.
naman yung sinabi ni Ying, which is yun nga, di ba nga, she bought time. So, hindi siya basta-basta nagsalita para nga malaman mo yung, para makagain ka ng deeper knowledge. So, another term, strength. Tapos ngayon, yung ginagamit mo siya ngayon. Ayan. So, wala na bang i-share ang iba? We'll go on to the next law. Hahabulin natin na matapos tayo ng 9, guys. Charot! Okay, so law 23. So, concentrate your forces. Sino kayo papabasahin ko dito? May request naman natin mga naghihiwa doon.
Magbabasa
Yan,
daw
babasa
po
naman
mga
po.
cutters.
Pabasa
Mga
naman po.
Lalapit ko yung mukha ko para mabasa ko to. Concentrate your forces, scattered energy. When resources, attention, and effort are dispersed across multiple goals, each receive insufficient power to succeed. This creates the illusion of productivity while undermining results. Oh, okay. Sorry. Bigla ako may ano.
Ito lang nagkaka-epiphany.
Jana, ikaw naman.
Ay, okay. Ano po yung nagsumabot?
Strategic thought.
Strategic selection. Identify the vital few objectives that will create disproportionate returns. Ruthlessly eliminate or delegate everything else that diffuses your focus. Uy!
Oh, diba?
Ganda yan. Napag-usapan namin ito February.
At ako na din yung third.
Sige po.
Concentrated impact. Apply overwhelming force to your chosen objective. A single concentrated effort can achieve what multiple diluted attempts cannot, creating breakthrough momentum. The mastery of this law comes not just from focusing, but from correctly identifying where to focus. The leverage points that will yield maximum return. So, sasagot ba ako, Ja?
Kung kaya niyo naman po, go.
In your career, life, or studies, have you spread yourself too thin? What happened? I know. Ay, true.
Diba? Ang ganda yan. Anong law yan?
Ano?
23.
Concentrate your forces.
Okay.
How can this law guide us when making strategic decision? So, ayun. I think I've done this multiple times in my life. Yung parang feeling mo kaya mo pa, tapos parang, sige, go, push na yon. Tapos, ay, may dumating na naman na opportunity na parang, ang hirap niyang i-let go, kasi alam mo sa sarili mo na kaya mo, madali lang, ganyan. Pero dahil hindi mo na napansin na, ay, ang dami na nila, ganyan. You realize na you spread na yourself too thin. Kasi when you're starting something, parang konti pa lang, ang chill pa lang, ganyan. But when you get into the depths of that thing that you're focusing on, hindi mo, malalaman mo, marami ka pa palang hindi naaasikaso or di naaalalaman. So, more of your energy goes to that. So, at least that's my learning, no? So, how can this law guide us when making strategic decision? Ito yung sinasabi nila na less effort, maximum return yan. So, yun yung mga bagay na pipiliin mo. Kaya madalas, when I do, yes, malaki daw yung kanya. So, when I do,
Anong malaki na yan?
Ano yan?
Ano yan?
maliit pa siya, baby pa siya. So, nung bata, may mga decision making ako na sorry guys, ini-excel ko talaga. Like,
Pros and cons list.
yes, pros and cons. Oo.
Para sa mga
Tapos,
personal decision.
Parang si Ted Mosby.
Meron pa yung yung
Parang
titingnan
si
yung
yung legal paper method.
Oo.
meron pa yung titingnan mo yung kung ano yung threat, ano ba yun? May
Siya, nakapareto principle ka ba, ate? O
Yes,
naka-chart
mga
ka?
Kunyari,
May SWOT analysis pa para sa mga...
May SWOT pa siya, oh.
mga big life decision. Dapat yung mga, kunyari, kung ito yung gagawin, ano yung gaano kalayo or ano yung effort na kailangan, ano yung mga resources na kailangan. So, if I'm doing it at work, most of the time, yung pagka magbibigay ka ng recommendation sa client, ginagawa ko din siya sa buhay ko. So, I hope it would parang spark ideas to you kapag mag-iisip ka ng anong desisyon yung iti-take mo if you have two choices, ganyan, or more. So, kunyari, ang tanong sa akin ni client is, sino yung pwedeng ipadala na nurse dun sa specific location? So I have to calculate kung saan nanggagaling yung nurse na yun, ilang oras, anong araw, at ano yung pinaka-efficient for the person, at sino yung fair na pag pumunta siya dito, iba naman yung pupunta dun sa isang malayong lugar. Mga ganon.
Ikaw lang kasi nag-iisip lahat nun, ah. One man din pala.
Para madaling ibigay dun sa client na ito yung recommendation ko kasi ito yung ito yung reason niyan. So for yourself in different things that you're going to do for your life, same thing. Parang it gives you a valid reason bakit yun yung pinili mo, and whoever tells you na bakit yung pinili mo, maling pinili mo, alam mo sa sarili mo na may valid reason yung choice mo. So yun
Tama.
lang.
Ganda, Ate Tats.
Thank you.
Yan. Mamaya na ba si Jana? Sige, later ka na, Jana. Naghihiwa pa tayo ng patatas eh. Doon tayo sa mamaya. Sa mamaya ka ha, sa 24. Ayan, ready na kita.
Olaf ka ba dyan? Or pato yan? Ang cute.
Parang pato nga eh.
Wait.
Sino ba?
Ay, Sasab. Uy, may input si Sasab. Sasab,
Oo.
when was the last time you spread yourself to
How do you spread yourself to teen?
Like, kasi school pa, nahihirapan ka ba pag marami kang subjects? Hindi mo, hindi. Sorry guys, hindi siya
Ay. Sorry.
Sasab, that's our team.
Si Chin. Baka may input ka dito, Chin.
Actually, college. Medyo nagkaroon ako ng side hustle. Nag-start ako ng medyo small business. Then, parang na-divide yung, yung oras ko sa business din sa study.
Julie.
Yes po.
Fancy Julie. Nice.
Then, ginawa ko siya as parang hulugan. Then, ayun na, nagkaroon na parang nahati yung time ko sa dalawa. Tapos,
Sa
nagkaroon
business
po ng munti ka na pong bumagsak yung isa kong subject. So, yung ko na lang doon is yung strategy ko. Nag-focus na lang muna ako sa study.
Okay. So, ayun nga. Tama yung lahat sinabi nyo guys actually about Law 23, yung mga examples ni Ate Pepper, examples ni Chin. So, Law 23 kasi talks about doing the right thing with focus. So, it's about choosing what to focus on, what skill, what opportunity, or even, yung deciding who to follow when it comes to influential people. So, this law kasi advises about avoiding being a jack of all trades, as well as avoid scattering your attention on too many goals. So, one concentrated move can change everything. So, it's the power to grow. It's the power to concentrate which specific thing yung susundan mo. So, that's what Law 23 talks about. So, yun nga, kung mahilig kayo mag-invest, so another applicable din siya. So, ba nag-i-invest ka, maraming tao kasi ba nag-i-invest na lahat ini-invest na nila. May mga specific people naman that they're going to invest on one certain investment. So, that's how the law applies as well. And according sa notes ni ChatGPT, a perfect example of this is Warren Buffett's investment strategy. So, hindi ko siya alam, pero kunyari na alam natin kung ano yung investment strategy ni Warren Buffett. Ayun. So, if we go on now to...
Wait, sige, mag-share ako. Wait lang.
Ay, okay.
Kasi...
Sige.
Okay.
Sige, alam ko kay Kuya Warren.
Dahil kay paring Warren Buffett. Ayan. So, ang investment strategy niya kasi, di ba, ang ano nila is don't put all your eggs in one basket.
One basket.
Pero ang strategy niya, medyo iba ng konti doon, na medyo same din naman. So, ang ginagawa niya kasi, ini-scatter niya yung investment niya, pero at the same time, meron siyang focus muna na investment. Parang nag-grow kasi muna siya ng isa. So, meron siyang maliliit, pero meron siyang isa na fino-focus. Long-term investor kasi siya. Kaya, he did not do anything fancy. Wala siyang yung parang overnight success or yung bigla ang nag-boom yung negosyo niya or bigla ang naging whale yung investment niya. Wala siyang ganon. Ang sa kanya ay strict investing na long term. So, hindi siya rin super yaman before, hindi siya billionaire before. Ano lang talaga siya, masugid na investor. Ganon.
Yun,
That's
tama
how
naman
he
yun.
became the Warren Buffett. Mm-mm.
Yun pala yun. Yun pala yung ginawa niya. Pero yun nga, kasi it's, focus, kasi pag masyado ko maraming ang ginawa, masyado ko maraming eggs in your basket, or masyado ko maraming iniisip, mahihirapan ka talaga to concentrate dun sa importanteng bagay. So this is what Law 23 talks about. So you can do a lot of things, but you have to go back to what your main focus is. So that is what Law 23 talks about.
Next week!